Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
Muskan.
Okay, thank you. Good evening to all. The Dr.M.V.L.Kothari Chair and Division of Medical Humanities and the Gosumec Alumni Association, under the patronage of Dr. Sangeeta Rawat, Dean of State GS Medical College and KM Hospital, welcome you to this session of Reminiscences. I request the tech team to play the video about the Division of Medical Humanities. CGS Medical College and KM Hospital will be celebrating its centenary soon. As we prepare for the centenary celebrations, we have two special messages. First from our Dean, Dr. Sangeeta Rawat Madam, and one from Dr. Vinita Puri Ma'am. I request the tech team to please play the two videos.
Namaste. Welcome to the esteemed alumni of our twin institute, St. G.S. Medical College and KEM Hospital. I am Vinita Puri. I am the professor and head of the Department of Plastic Surgery here at KEM Hospital. I have been at GS and KEM for the last it's almost 30 years now. Today, I'm speaking to you on the occasion of our upcoming centenary celebrations. I think this is the biggest celebration of the century, and our dean, Dr. Sangeeta Rawat, and the faculty under her direct supervision are working to make this event one of the best possible that we can. The role of alumni, the super seniors, seniors, and the young alumni is very important for any institute, and we look forward to your contributions and your thoughts of this festival. The Dean and all the faculty at St. G.S. Medical College and KEM Hospital look forward to your contributions. Namaste.
It is the students, past and present, that make our college what it is. So, as our twin institutes move towards their centenary year, we wanted to give a virtual platform to every batch of GSMC to share their fondest memories of college. Their thoughts and emotions will be preserved forever in the form of these reminiscences. To remain connected to our alma mater and informed about the activities in KM, including its centenary celebration, we request you to become members of the Gosumec Alumni Association, which is the official body at CGS Medical College. All the details on how to become a member and this membership form are available on the KM website. All those who are not members are requested to please visit the KM website. We'd also like to take a moment and introduce you to the student volunteers and our tech team who coordinate the events. For today, I, Muskan Chabria, batch of 2020, will be the student coordinator and Mr. Badal will be the tech coordinator. I now hand over the proceedings to the batch coordinator. Thank you.
Hi, who's the batch coordinator? Hello?
Hello. I
Who, who,
think Vasudha ma'am and
yes,
perhaps
Vasudha.
Rajashri
No,
and
Raj.
Rajashri ma'am were to be the coordinators, but I think Dr. Rajashri is not well. She's got a respiratory tract infection, I think.
Uh, Vasudha was to be the coordinator that I last know of.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't see her on the group. I only see Archana. Hi, Archana. Hello.
Hi, Sharmistha.
Archana, is that just you and me? Is there nobody else on the call?
Looks like.
No, there is some Kanchan. Who's Kanchan iPhone?
Ma'am, that's me. I'm Dr. Kanchan. I'm the associate professor in pathology, and I help Dr. Natarajan coordinate the event.
Hi, Dr. Kanchan. Thank you
Hi.
very much.
It's a
Muskan,
pleasure, ma'am.
thank you very much. And Vasudha, are you there?
Let me see if I can message her. Let me see separately.
Thank you, Dr. Kanchan. Thank you, Dr. Muskan. Muskan, are you still a student or have you finished?
Thank you, ma'am. I'm actually a final year student at KM Hospital.
Right. Thank you both. I don't know where the girls have all disappeared.
No problem, ma'am. I'm sure they'll all be joining. So once they join, we'll be very happy to listen to your memories of
Oh God.
KM about how it was when you were a student.
Yeah, it was fun. I think we had fun.
I can
Loved
imagine.
the loved the memories, loved the canteen. Coincidentally, I had to visit a patient. Maybe I've entered KM after God knows how many years.
Mm.
And the patient was in the ward on the ground floor. I don't know what is that ward also called now. Just just on the left of where you enter. Uh, I can't remember the ward number. And oh my God, all that comes back is such nostalgia. Archana,
Yes.
yes, dear, you and I catch.
Are on the bridge.
Hello.
Hi, bolo.
Nobody seems to be responding, right, on the group.
Right. I sent but I don't know where are all the girls.
God, I know because Archana and I are anyway connected and we connect with each other often enough. So we are updated with our lives and our stories. Um, Archana was the brightest amongst us all, the sincerest and brightest, okay? One of the brightest in our
Oh
batch.
my God. It's
Yes,
not
Archana,
about
dear.
yes.
Absolutely. Facts are facts. And I was I don't know what is there is a word called fakibaz. That is, I was the biggest fun and and studied the least. And God knows how I got through.
But the strangest part is both of us got married to armed forces officers, and we have had a different life. And I'm sure our graduate days, somehow or the other, made a difference to how we interacted with everybody, and
I know,
and
Archana.
it molded our personality towards our lives there. I'm
Right.
sure in some way unknown probably.
Yeah, I'm sure. Absolutely.
Yes.
Um,
I see someone else has joined in. Kalpana.
which of the two Kalpanas?
No idea.
We had both the Kalpanas who are such beauties,
Yes.
very beautiful Kalpanas. Hi, Kalpana.
Hi,
Kalpana
Sharmishta.
Rao.
I'm on Zoom now, but I can't see you.
So,
No, we
no,
turned
we
off
just
the.
said that if Kalpana is on Zoom, then we hide our faces because Kalpana was one of the prettiest. Okay.
Was donkeys years ago. But anyway, hi from a haggard grandmother. I've been doing grandmother duty since morning, since 6.
How many grandkids do you have, Kalpana, now?
I have 3, so 2 are with me today. The
Okay,
third
okay.
one is 4 months old, so he's with his mother.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't do any regular duty with them because I'm busy during the week. But some weekends I look after them.
Right. No. Grandparents. I think we have to put in our bit. I think both the coordinators are way younger than us, so they really wouldn't be able to fathom what grandkids and grandmothers are we talking about.
Yeah. I
Though,
see if coming from our background, what physiotherapy definitely teaches us is to multitask. We are practical thinkers. We can use our intellect, use our common sense, and I think it's a great training that we've had. Stands in good stead no matter what we do.
true, very true. Absolutely.
Mm.
I was just telling them that
Mm.
Archana is on Zoom with us. I think it's just the three of us, Kalpana,
Okay.
Archana, you and me. And I was just telling them Archana was the sincerest and
Yeah,
the absolutely dedicated student when she was in the KM with us.
absolutely. Yeah, Archana, it certainly was. She was a topper right through.
Right
And
through and through.
I
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, girls. But I think it's all ages ago. And then thereafter, life, takes us wherever we go, and then that's a totally different new thing that comes up in front of us.
yeah, you're
Very
absolutely.
true.
Life is an equalizer, and you're absolutely right, Archana. It takes its turns and twists and
Yes.
it. But I think the times we shared together will always stay with us.
Yes. Always. Always.
Yeah.
Archana,
Unforgettable.
I met Kalpana in London once. I don't know. I'm so happy and so glad that I did that when I did. Uh, I met Vinita on that trip. I met Kalpana on the trip, and really have very good memories of.
So nice.
I
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, when you
That's
came
beautiful.
quite a few years ago. But no, it was lovely to connect with you. And you were one of the first, Sharmisha, to amongst us to, to commit yourself to a relationship as well. So no, that was
yeah.
really fine for all of us.
Long, 40 years. This year, 41st year.
Wow.
And my
Yeah,
daughter turns 40. It's her 40th birthday this year.
lovely.
So, yeah, that's long.
Time flies. Yeah. But
So, Kalpana, the little one in the family, your son, he's the youngest, right?
yeah, he's 25. He's doing his PhD, his final year. So
Mm-hmm.
so he's lives in Oxford. That's where he's finishing his PhD, and
Okay.
he's doing it in computational neurosciences,
Oh,
basically
God.
machine brain interface, uh,
Right.
and to look at decision making really. So that's what he does. Uh,
Okay.
the girls are both lawyers, and I've changed my field. You know that I'm a psychotherapist now.
Right.
Yeah, but then it's I don't think whatever training you do in anything, it never leaves you. You sort of skill up. You move from one to the next to the next. But
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yes. Everything helps you through life. Absolutely.
and I
All,
feel
all,
now at least we'll have 3 or 4 careers before they're done because they can't stop work till they're about 70. And that would therefore give them the opportunity to keep diversifying, to keep growing.
true, true. Very true.
Yeah. But good. So, yeah. And what are you doing, Sharmishta? How are you doing now?
I am R&R, like I told you, rest and recreation.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to not be doing anything
Mm-hmm.
and happy to have I have actually lots of to-dos on my list on a daily basis for various reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it's just R&R, happy to rest and recreation at present.
Okay.
I
Nice.
think, yeah, yeah.
Pace and an informed, way of living. And what about you, Archana? I know you're still writing.
Yes, I write, but still I've reduced it. I don't write as regularly.
Mm.
Then I somehow, I don't know, I just strayed into this thing about, did a course in field botany, and it
Okay.
was like it was for hobbyists only, but
Mm-hmm.
I ended up doing it more seriously and did an advanced course, but for hobbyists. But then now I do like tree walks. I take people on tree walks. Then I help some people do a tree census.
Nice.
Then
Mm.
I also have my bonsai, so
Yeah.
that busy. Then we also do team building workshops. I do those with my husband.
Mm.
So, and then like you said, grandparenting duties are the most ones I look forward to. Pampering grandchild and things like that. So yeah, so all in all, that's what I'm doing now.
Okay. Nice. So you keeping quite busy. That's good. Yeah.
But I do just busy enough that I have, like she said, enough time, in between. Like I try not to do something every day.
Okay.
We travel a lot. That also we enjoy. So yeah, it's like I said, there's lots to do and still more things to be done.
Oh yes, oh yes. That's really this at this stage of our lives. There is so much to be done and so much to do that every day is a challenge, Every day is a new challenge altogether.
We're losing your voice, Sharmishta.
Yeah, lost your
Yeah,
input, your audio input.
Yeah, 1 second. Is that better now?
Yeah, it
Yes.
is. But I want to see you guys. So if I put my
Oh, I'll send you
Okay.
pictures, Kalpana. At least I haven't aged as glamorous like you have. Uh, I should have put a screen. Absolutely.
I'll start my video, but
you
they
say
say
hello
that
to some of my friends. Will you say hello to my granddaughter Zara? Zara, come. Would you like to show your bangle? No? Okay. Do you want to tell them the recipe of the pie we baked today? What did we put in it? What did we put in the pie?
God,
grandkids have a
It's a
habit
secret
of
recipe. It's a
yeah.
secret for your amma.
Grandkids have a habit of never answering when we want them to answer.
There she's in her own world, and then the other one is in her own world.
I can start the video, but then they say that the connection becomes unstable or something. So
They don't pass, so I doubt it will become.
That's me now.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
Good.
Archana, I don't know whether if I would have seen you in the streets of Pune, if I would have known that's you.
I would have.
No, you would have.
You would have?
Actually, the face
So,
is the same. The
but,
hair is not been, the hair is just the one that is.
but Kalpana, these girls in Pune do manage to meet up each other, which we don't, all of us.
No. That was when Swati Godbole came that we met, and after that, somehow again, though we are in the same city, we've just not found suitable, what do I say, time that both of us are free.
Right. So I recently went to Baroda and we met up this lady who was Archana, again, my husband's co-mate's wife. Okay. Archana understands that since she's married to a armed forces. Yeah. And we are having this breakfast and eating something, and I'm asking her about her kids, and she tells me that my son and daughter-in-law used to live in Thane, and they moved to Baroda. I don't know what clicked within my brains, and I said, "Is your Vyahi, that is your daughter-in-law's mother, Shubhada?" She says, "Why?" I said, "Yeah, Shubhada." She says, "Of course, yes, because I'd just spoken with Shubhada some days back, and and Shubhada had told me that my daughter has moved baggage to Baroda because that's a nicer city to bring up kids, and since both my daughter and son-in-law work from home, they can settle wherever they want." And I said, "Oh my God, what a small world that I have to meet Shubhada."
Yeah, you also made that connect, no? Some of us would not
No,
make.
no, I made the connect because I had just spoken to her and she said my daughter and son-in-law have moved to. Oh, is that something she made today?
No. She's just messing around. She's found some bangles, which I have just kept away, and so Tara's playing dressing up on her own. So
how old is she?
I think she's 7 years old. No, how old are you then? 4. Oh, she tells me she's 4.
Okay.
The wonderful age.
But 4.5. You are 4.5. Oh, okay, that's nice to know. She's 4.5.
Okay.
She's the eldest grandchild?
She's the eldest. Then comes Indra. Indra is 18 months. a year and a half. 19 months, I'm corrected. And little Ravi is 4 months.
Oh, what a joy. What joy that 18 months, 4 years. This is Miss Knowledgeable, who is 4 years.
Do you want to
Then,
see bangles?
oh,
Hello.
they look so pretty.
Oh, lovely.
But I bet you wish you could have purple bangles, but you can't because Zara's worn them.
What does she call
They
you?
look so pretty.
Amama.
Amama, right.
I'm gonna get that for me.
Go. So, and
So,
the other one is engrossed. She's sitting here. She's bashing some toy. Wait. Is she playing bash bash? Oh. Somebody has got all the tissues out. Who's that? You can say hello.
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 You're going to say hello. Can we put these wipes back so we don't use anymore? Who's this? Another party. She's another party. Going to say hi. Hi, parties.
Hi.
Going to say hi, yeah. Who's this? Indra.
What
Okay, that's
joy.
all. You do wiping with those tissues. Oh, ma.
I
So
tell you,
yes, these two
Sharmishta,
are. No, I was away for a whole month traveling. So then the kids were like, "Wow, mom, you've been away too long." So my eldest Anita said, "Amma, the moment you come back, you're having my kids for 2 weekends in a row."
yes, I face that because the moment I come back, my daughter says, morning, okay, evening, he's with you.
Yeah.
But
Because
I tell you that
Yeah.
being a
We went off-
grandparent, grandmother, there is
Yeah.
nothing, no joy more, nothing can compare, the crown that sits on your head as a grandparent.
Is it a boy or a little girl? What do you have?
Boy. He will be 5 in January.
Okay, lovely, nice. So yeah, we went off to South America, to Argentina, Chile, and Brazil, and then to Antarctic as well. So the whole thing took about 4.5 weeks.
I think Shubhada heard her name being said.
Yeah. So by the time I came back, the kids were like,
Shubhada is on line.
Yeah, I think she heard her name being said.
Sharmishta ma'am, can I interrupt?
Yes, dear.
Since Vasudha ma'am is yet to join, so should we instead, what we'll do is Muskan can ask you all questions about your days in KM, because I
Sure.
don't know how Vasudha ma'am had planned the get together to be, but otherwise what we do sometimes is just ask people questions so that they can sort of reflect on and tell us their memories
Wonderful.
of different things. So I think
Wonderful.
we can ask Muskan to just start up with that.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Quick fire, Muskan, go for it.
Thank you, ma'am. So my first question would be that why did you choose the profession of physiotherapist, and what was your first impression of say GS Medical College when you first entered?
And the question is to whom?
Any of us.
It's open for everyone.
Ma'am, whoever wants to answer can chip in.
Okay, why did I choose physiotherapy? Because I wanted to do something patient related. And at that point, I had not got into medicine. So I spoke to a friend of mine whose sister was a speech therapist. And she told me about the therapies. And I thought, physiotherapy sounds interesting. And so I applied and got in. My first impressions were living in Juhu, come to Acharya Dondemarg. It was quite something. But who's in the front row? Let's go and see. So, but yes, it was a very friendly batch. We were only about 40 of us. And absolutely, we got on from day one. We had a good faculty and we bonded very soon. We liked our studies, we liked our work, and we had fun too. So, yeah, it was good altogether. Thank you so much. Thanks. So, yeah, that's, I think, what I would like to say. Who else would like to join in?
Here you go.
So the reason for getting into physiotherapy, I think all of us would have something similar like what Kalpana
What do
tells
you
you.
want? What do you want?
And I think the first week at KM was pretty, I don't know, it was daunting the
Mhm.
first week. In our days, we just had, there were no Olas, no Ubers, no other mode of transport
One.
other than the local train. So
Yeah.
all of us used to trudge down from Elphinstone station and walk all the way to KM. I don't know how you kids commute anymore. I have no idea. What the kids, I'm sure, would be, lot of them would be having their own cars, and you must be using Ubers. And the hallways of KM were really large. I came from Jai. So Jai is just one small building with everything in that building itself, whether it's a canteen or whether it was our labs or whether it was our common room. In KM, you move from one building to another, one floor to another, and it was so huge and large. It was quite a bit of a learning process in the first maybe 1 month. But we had a wonderful time. I mean, each of us have such beautiful memories of KM that it is just amazing. Uh,
Yeah, I would agree. Would you say anything different, Archana?
No, no, not at all. And coming into that main building of GS was so overwhelming, and that staircase, going up the staircase, and we used to have anatomy lectures at 8 o'clock. I remember, and I think we were the first batch to have academic lectures. I don't think other students came at 8 o'clock for lectures. And I used to come from Chembur by bus. It was 8 limited at that time. I don't know if that bus still runs. And that is the first year. And then for all other lectures, we used to go to the orthopedic center. I don't know where the physiotherapy department is housed now, but at that time in the orthopedic center, and it used to be full by the time we used to go at 9 o'clock, full of patients. And then we used to have our lectures, and yeah, it was a very, very memorable time.
Yeah, true. Does that sort of relate with what you all experience now?
It relates in a way, like when we do our workshops, and when we do it for the MBA students.
Yeah.
And when they go, chit chatting, and that
Yeah.
vibe, somehow it reminds me, oh, like at some point of time we were, in this kind of age group. But that is very, very, you tend to sort of remember your days. You tend to come back revitalized, with all that. So it was.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah. So does that answer your question, juniors? And how do you all feel about it?
Yes, ma'am. It answered our question beautifully. And I think for the traveling part, it has more or less remained the same. We still travel by trains, but there are additional ways also. Like we have buses and Ola, Uber, everything that's
Yeah.
there.
And it's a little bit posher from when we left it.
Sorry?
Yeah, it's a lot more posh, the place that KM is in now.
Yes,
When
yes.
we used to come to Acharya Mark, it was very much working class.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
vegetable stall, and not a lot going on actually, but
Right.
good. It used to be really nice. And when we used to come for those lectures you're talking about, Archana, I remember listening to Shastriya Sangeet. The first 10 minutes used to be playing when you're walking. Bhimsen Joshi singing some rag, and so really simple and nice, just nice memories. Yeah. And going back second class to Santa Cruz and Villaparla and wherever everyone lived.
Kalpana, it still is Sabziwala and Bhajiwala down the Elphinstone station is called something different now.
Right.
And you still walk down the slope and it is Bhajiwala on both sides. And
Right.
the same shops, not a single shop has changed. Okay. Not a
Yeah.
single shop has changed. Um, yeah, because if you remember, our group, we used to be very good friends with Preeti. Ravi
Yeah.
Ramakant's wife, Preeti, do you remember her?
Yeah, I remember.
Jatin and Preeti are batchmate. So
Yeah.
Preeti, for while Ravi was a HOD at KM, he lived in those KM quarters, right? And I used to visit her very often. So going down the slope, it is the same. It hasn't changed. The
It has.
Bata shop round the corner. Uh, s- Muskan, has anything changed?
Ma'am, the place is still a little crowded as such because there are a lot of outlets and a lot of food vendors and vegetable sellers. But I think more or less it's the same. The station name has changed, and the connectivity has improved. Like from station, we don't have to walk anymore. We have buses and taxis for us, like the sharing ones. That has become easier.
Yeah. And we used to have quite a lot of the teachers who taught in medical school teach us, starting from anatomy, physiology, biochemistry.
Yes.
All the subjects, Kalpana, pharmac, patho, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we had the specialist subjects with us, and Miss Kapadia, Miss Dastoor, Mr. Shane. I met Mr. Shane in Chennai. He moved there, na? So I met him. I went there. When they got older and they had settled down there, etc. So they're quite happy there. Their daughter settled in Scotland, and she's a PhD. She's a professor in Scotland. She was doing her research even when we were there. So yeah, good memories, because it's very relatable. When I came to England and started working, I found I could cope with many things because we had learned to cope. We never knew what our outpatient would throw at us, how many people would come in, So yeah, I think our training was good.
There's another question that I would like to ask you. The next question is, what are your memories of going to the ward and interacting with patients? And is there any specific memory that has remained with you throughout the years?
I think going to the ward, it was obviously very different because a lot of them were villagers who used to walk miles and come with some really difficult problems and get admitted. I remember especially in the paraplegic ward in the orthopedic thing, they would not go home because how are they going to look after themselves? So, but these orthopedic guys were so ruthless, and they'd be like, "Oh, there's no place," so they'd first move them to the outside balcony in the wet. Then they'd stop their salt in their food. So poor guys were slowly being given a very strong message to please get lost from there. So some of them were looked after in a very dire way, some patients in a more reasonable way. So it was very hit and miss. It's a government hospital. What can you? But at the same time, the challenging cases, I still remember because I was in that gym room as a junior demonstrator for quite a while. Sometimes the cases would come and you would be the first person to pick it up, because this would be like, and you would have to go with your gut instinct and think, no, that's tuberculosis, or no, it is this, or this is psychosomatic, or this, and then go with it and have that presence of mind to see it through. So go and talk to the doctors who are in charge and get the job done. And I found it was possible. So which is quite rewarding, really, if you go to see that the patients were the center. At the same time, the resources were stretched.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Shubhada.
Shubhada, hi.
Hi. I had some issue. I was trying to join for a long time. I have been listening to you girls, but now I'm there. So, hi.
Hi.
Good to see you, Shubhada.
Yeah, good to see
Shubhada.
you. Is it
So, with
only
respect to the wards and the patients question that you asked, Muskan, I think the CVTC that we used to go to, that used to be quite a different kind of a thing for me, especially when we used to be in that OPD section, downstairs, because they used to do this postural drainage. And so that was initially a bit of a shock for me, you can say, or it was disturbing. Slowly, as you have to get used to all these things. So that's how it was. And another very rewarding moment was when we were in the gym and there was a little child who had, they said it was polio, and whatever exercises, we were very small. I don't remember, maybe a year or a little bit more old baby. And slowly, I think our posting used to be for 1.5 months or 2 months, and then there used to be a rotation. But in that month itself, we saw so much change in that child that, for the first time, I felt that, I'm making a difference, or we are making a difference. And that feeling, the child was not able to move his limbs or whatever. I don't remember exactly, but I definitely remember there was a lot of progress.
To get my
That
charger.
was a wonderful feeling that, you're helping somebody to go somewhere and, get their own
I'm getting the
control.
charger. Can I get the charger? And then we can fix it on you, okay? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because some of them, it was very rewarding to work, and you would be thrown from one set to the other. Then it'd be a neurology ward, then it would be cardiothoracic,
Yes.
then a medical ward. So it was a varied experience, which one can never, you only learn from these things. So,
And I think we have had the best of the teachers that time, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we did, certainly did.
Starting from anatomy, Lupa Mehta, and then we had DVP as our lecturer. Yeah, so that was really good. The staff at that time was honoraries we had were just too good.
And so dedicated to teaching.
That was, I
that
think, a different era of those honoraries, who were absolutely interested in teaching.
Right. Kalpana, Archana, do you remember, Shubhada, that in 1984, the Bhopal gas tragedy happened?
Yes. And we had quite
And
a
then
few
KM
patients in
started seeing a
CBTC.
trickle of all the lung related
Sure.
issues coming in.
We make
And
Absolutely.
the load on physiotherapy department not just increased but multiplied on
Sure.
I think we were doing our internship at that time, maybe.
Yes, we were doing
towards
our
the end of
internship
our
towards 1984 December, first week of
towards the
December
end
was
of our
Bhopal.
course, I think.
I
Bhopal.
remember those patients in CBTC first, like we used to go and treat them in CBTC, and then afterwards. It was quite a experience.
Yeah, it was a daunting experience, and it was long term. I mean, they came with so many lung related issues, and I don't think so. So many of them got better even while we were there, that they couldn't be discharged.
Absolutely. And I would like to, you girls have been little away from Mumbai or not in this field, on the scene, but Ms. Dastoor, I would definitely like to mention this. Like when we were students, we were little sort of, in little scared, I can say. But post her retirement, the way she has worked for us, the private practitioners, she was the one who took interest in founding the private practitioners group. And since then, at her age, she has been conducting continuous CMEs, workshops, and different activities for physio groups. And that has really helped people like us.
Yeah, so no, that's good. That's because in those days it was not very prevalent. I remember doing something in Breach Candy Hospital for neuromuscular re-education. So courses aren't few.
And then what I realized, what we learned in college was just the foundation, and actual learning started there on, like when I started attending all those CMEs and all those workshops and got introduced to so many new concepts. So that hats off to Ms. Dastoor. She has done it so enthusiastically and so dedicatedly. Really good.
Back to you, Muskan.
Thank you, ma'am. My next question would be, what were your fond memories of Avishkar, which is the annual fest of CGS Medical College? Any fond memories that you would like to share?
I don't think I attended much of it. I don't remember much.
Yeah, I can say like we used to stay in Thana, na? So it used to be late nights. So we would find some hostel friends. Swati Dandekar was there. She had taken a room there. So we would just request somebody, that whether we can sleep over in the hostel because so that we can attend all the fun and the programs. And I would specifically mention the orchestra that time from GS students, the medical students. And the orchestra used to be wonderful. If I recollect the names, it was Arvind Bhave at that time who would sing Mohammad Rafi songs, especially Laga Chunari Mein Daag. That was his favorite. I remember it
You
so
remember
clearly.
everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Shubhada,
Because
so lovely that. So
and he would
yeah,
definitely get a once more, at least one time. And then people would request him to sing again and again. And there was one guy, now it's hard to remember. There was one singer called Rupa. She would always sing the Tisri Manzil, Asha Bhosle songs.
She was the one with the long hair, na?
Yeah. She was the one with
I
long
remember
hair.
her.
And I will remember the movies in the MLT. So many movies we have seen in the MLT. Those are the fond memories. We would always look forward to it.
uh,
Yeah.
Kalpana, but you were part of the fashion show, if I remember,
I
in
was part
Avishka.
of the show, which was the first year because there was an international conference organized by Shani. And so at the end of that, they wanted like a fashion show, something lighthearted. So yeah, the part of it, that was the first thing I did on joining. So that was quite fun to get to know some of the others and all that. Yeah, but coming to Avishka, yeah, I went for some of them. It was quite good, a lot of talent in a lot of them. So good singing. It was quite fabulous.
Yeah.
But I also enjoyed when it used to have the other people coming in for debating and various other aspects as well. So that was really
Yes.
yeah.
All the quizzes that they used to have and all those things. And Kalpana's memory is her saris, her love for saris.
Yeah, I
And
used to.
beautiful one she wore, always very.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And then on, like, she gave us inspiration, and we also used to wear it once in a while for our classes. Or sometimes when I tell this to our daughter, my daughters, she is really amused, like, how come you used to wear saris to college?
Yeah, I'll wear saris even here in England.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. In a minute, I'll cut here. There's half of an apple left from morning. How about that?
Okay,
So,
my next question. Yes, ma'am. Would you like to?
so that's exactly I was telling you. You can come up with your next question.
Okay. My next question would be, are there any favorite, did you have any favorite hangout spots in college or your favorite katta memories?
Oh, Katta memories are phenomenal. Gosh. So,
Favorite spot? Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Our Katta memories. I recently met at the Kokilabin Hospital. Kalpana, would you remember Vimal Someshwar?
Of course, I know.
Uh,
I'm a friend even now.
yeah. So I met Vimal, and there was one or two other doctors sitting around, and I tell them he's my Katta friend, okay? So whatever I need from the hospital, Vimal has to do that for me because I mean, we really laughed at our Katta memories and canteen memories. Oh my God, such
Yeah.
wonderful memories.
And that Gauri Shankar Chittarmal is still there, na? So on our way, Gauri Shankar Chittarmal Mithai Wala.
Yeah, I used to
Around
like chum-chums.
chumchums and samosas.
They're fabulous.
And
Yeah.
samosas and lassi.
Yeah. But I meet a lot of those people more because obviously I married a doctor from there. So a lot
Yeah.
of people coming here or come for rock concerts and stuff. So we keep in touch quite a lot. The KM older gang, as well as some of our own batch people like Anaita, Chawan, and all of them. So I'm very much in touch with quite a few. Ratna is still here. So Mahesh Patwardhan, a lot of people are here. So
Now that you are mentioning Mahesh Patwardhan, he also used to sing very well.
he did sing well, but he's got into trouble. He's been in prison over here for 7 years.
Huh?
Yeah, he'd been in prison in England.
Really?
Yeah. So
Oh,
for
shocking.
yeah,
Okay.
these things happen as well. But yeah, it's in general, people hold good memories. The training has been good. Yeah, it's so yeah, nothing to regret. Um, I think it's definitely given us a lot of. All of us have taken it in different ways, but we've all
Yes,
felt courage to have the confidence to do it.
of course. I think we have had a best teaching institute. So that impact of KM is lifelong, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, that's how it's felt now.
Muskan,
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
yeah, you could ask
Uh,
more.
I just have to leave. So thank you and best wishes to everyone. Thank you, Muskan, and the entire team at GS and KM for organizing this. Shubhada, Sharmishtha, Kalpana, we should keep in touch more often.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Archana.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Ma'am, I would like to ask another question that which teachers have left an indelible mark on you or uh, your favorite teachers from your batch? Any favorite teacher?
I can answer that.
Come to the top right. Miss Dakshu was fabulous. Miss Kapadia was no nonsense but good, fabulous. Then I think they both stand absolutely in to good stead about how to use especially Miss Dastur. I think she was possibly the most
Miss
knowledgeable.
Dastoor and Miss Kapadia were best. And I even remember Savita Ravindra.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
I
Yes.
Bangalore, and she was Savita Murthy. Fabulous,
Yes.
fabulous.
Yeah. She is an excellent teacher. And I have been meeting once in a while, meeting her in some conferences or something. And I think we had Arundhati.
Oh,
And
I just remembered her too. Yes.
Vikas Rajadhyaksha, sir.
Yeah, and then we also had that lady who joined us later who did, I forgot her name. She's, quite small person, but very soft spoken. She joined us as the last, Arundhati, Savita, Vikas, and she was the fourth.
Sucheta, she was Sucheta. Who joined last?
Suchita, I remember.
Lata Shroff joined
Lata,
from.
yeah, she did respiratory work with us, didn't she?
Lata Shroff did CP with us. She was into pediatric neuro and she came from that Haji Ali thing.
Institute.
Haji Ali Institute. Maybe Suniti Chatterjee.
No. It was, so good teachers, but I think Miss Dastu, as far as I'm concerned, I think Miss Dastu.
Yes.
Biggest impact is Miss Dastu.
The crown of it goes to Miss Dastoor because she was really a teacher, come everything. She was just what she was meant to be, at her seniority, and for us who had just joined and we were so young, and she was really like all her boxes you could tick.
Absolutely. And like I said, even afterwards, like after post-retirement, also she is a teacher to the core, I will say. Always a
Right.
teacher.
Right.
Yeah, here's the spaghetti.
So we have been at it for an hour. Muskan, is there anything more that you would like us to share with you?
No, ma'am. Actually, the time limit for the meeting is still 7:30, but we can also end it right now. I
Right.
would, but before ending, I would like to give my vote of thanks, and there's a video that we would like to play. So, is there anything that you all want to talk amongst yourselves so we can continue? We still have time. Or would
No,
you
I
like to
think
end?
we amongst ourselves, we will catch up amongst
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah.
But we
Kalpana
want
seems
to
to be
say
a
a
bit
thank you to
occupied.
you and your whole team for all the effort that you have put in to bring us all together. And each of your questions brought memories back to us, beautiful memories. And especially since Shubhada has been she hasn't had a cut off from those memories. She had so much to add and such beautiful stories to tell us. So thank you, Shubhada. Kalpana, absolutely great seeing you and seeing the little ones. Oh my God, you finished making a pasta for them in the meantime.
Ah,
That's remarkable. That's absolutely remarkable.
yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say that, she's been continuously working and talking. That's great.
I think once you become a grandparent, that's second nature.
Yeah, I am, but I just finished it by 6:30. My daughter picked up the grandson and now I'm free. That's why I joined late.
Okay. Good, good. I'm glad that we're all sort of enjoying various aspects of life, travel and things.
Correct.
Muskan, can we can we you can have the mic.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
yeah.
I'll take over from here. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
requested tech team to play the video, the reflections video by Dr. Swarupa Bhagwat. Badal sir, are you there? Yes, he's there.
A very good evening to you all. It is indeed my pleasure to speak about Reflections on Medical Humanities, annual volume published by Dr. Manu.V.L.Kothari Chair and Division of Medical Humanities, Gosumec Alumni Association, under the patronage of Dr. Sangeeta Rawat, Dean, St. GS Medical College and KEM Hospital, Mumbai. The first issue of Reflections was published in the year 2019, the theme being History of Medicine Looking Back to Improve the Future. The book comprises invited essays, poems, cartoons, quiz, crossword, and articles which were published before in different medical journals on evolution of branches and development of specialties in healthcare, great personalities and inventions in medicine and healthcare overall. The issue for the year 2020 was based on interpersonal relationships in healthcare. Again, invited essays and cartoons on doctor-patient relationship, doctor-doctor relationship, and medical teacher-student relationship were included. For the year 2021, we chose very apt theme of COVID-19, the human angle. Essays and poems in English, Hindi, Marathi, paintings and photographs contributed by teaching and non-teaching staff and students of St. GS Medical College and KEM Hospital who shared their experiences both on personal and professional fronts during the pandemic. The theme for the year 2022 was Literature and Medicine. It is a collection of articles, book reviews, and poems in English, Hindi, and Marathi, and also paintings and cartoons related to the theme. Now, for the years 2023 and 24, the proposed theme is Reminiscences, Our Days at St. GS Medical College and KM Hospital. As we move towards the centenary year of our institution, let our fond memories come alive in the form of nostalgic writings about our learnings, not only medicine, but also life lessons that we learned here. Let us talk about our devoted teachers who inculcated values and shaped our lives, priceless friendships which we cherish lifelong. Our writings will instill a feeling of pride and a sense of belonging in all of us, the readers of the book, we as well as the future generations of students, will understand the power and beauty of expression and reflections. We will be enlightened about the history and glory of our institutions, past students who have contributed to the welfare of the society, and the role model teachers and mentors. We know, irrespective of the generation, we are bound by a common bond of being GSites. However, we also need to accept and adapt to changes which are inevitable following technological advances and societal transformations. At the same time, the students will learn that even though the changes are occurring, the humanitarian values and principles of ethics are unchanging. Hence, we appeal that the reminiscence and nostalgic memories shared on this platform of virtual reunions be expressed in the form of writings to be included in our next issue of Reflections. I, Dr. Swarupa Bhagwat, Editor Reflections and Associate Professor, Department of Transfusion Medicine at this institution, will be privileged to connect with the individual batch coordinators for sharing more details regarding the same. Thank you very much.
We'd like to thank our Dean, Dr. Sangeeta Rawat Madam, and Academic Dean, Dr. Pathak Sir, for their continued support and encouragement. We thank the Gosumec Alumni Association for administrative support, for correspondence and financial transactions of Dr. M.V.L.Kothari Chair and Division of Medical Humanities. We thank Mr. Badal and Mr. Tushar for audiovisual and technical support, and Mr. Maitre for video recordings. And last but not the least, a big thank you to the batch of 1981 Physiotherapy for their enthusiastic participation. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, Muskan. Thank
Thanks
you.
very much. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks
Bye.
a lot.